Now, to get things going, it is a tradition at our graduation ceremonies to have the senior class president address the class. Today's opening remarks will be given by 2017 senior class president, Fatima Rahim.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I'd just like to have a brief moment of silence for Miss Keisha. Thank you. I'd like to share a statistic with you. There are more than 26,000 public high schools in the United States. Desert Ridge is just one of them. So if I were to say that our school is something special, I'd be lying to you. Desert Ridge is actually a very ordinary place. There are 5 buildings. We have 2 cafeterias, 2 gyms, and an auditorium. Every classroom has about 2 whiteboards, some desks and chairs, and one of the only things to focus your attention on when walking down the hallways is making sure each step is a few tiles apart. But one thing that is interesting, in these hallways, when you look up, you'll see framed photos evenly spaced apart of Desert Ridge students. In the photos, they'd be doing normal things, like working in math class, baking pie in culinary, or designing the pages of the yearbook. These things may be ordinary, but what you don't know is what makes Desert Ridge the most extraordinary place, is these very kids in the photos. There are more than 650 students in the class of 2017 at Desert Ridge. And no, they're not ordinary. I spoke with a few of them, and these students are doing some of the most extraordinary things. Students like Ayana Har. Ayana was selected to be a part of the U.S. Army All-American Marching Band, a very prestigious program in which only 6% of applicants are selected. That is extraordinary. Students like Sean Rogers. Sean auditioned for The Voice as a sophomore, has performed in gigs in multiple states, and has more than 3.4 million plays on his Vine account. He was selected to attend Berklee College of Music for this fall. That is extraordinary. Students like Tristan McDaniel. When Tristan was only 8 years old, he lost his mother. Recently, his father became very sick, and Tristan worked 50 to 60 hours a week to support his father and himself. Earlier this month, Tristan lost his father. But he still carries the strength and resilience to make it this far to graduation. That is extraordinary. Students like Caden Emmons, Jacob Heinmark, Connor Miller, Landon Dewitt, and many others. These students have committed themselves to the U.S. military after graduation. And if putting your life on the line to protect the freedoms of others isn't one of the most absolutely extraordinary things that you can do, I don't know what is. This was just a very small taste of what our students are truly capable of. Because I'm sure if you dive headfirst into the class of 2017, you'll find some of the most remarkable things that students are doing. And we're not some fancy preparatory or academy. We're a public school. We're a regular, standard, normal, ordinary public school. But despite all of that, our class still finds ways to go above and beyond to accomplish some of the greatest things. The walls of a building can never limit your capabilities. No matter where you come from, where you are, or where you will go, you will always be capable of doing extraordinary things. One of my favorite sitcoms that many of you are familiar with is called The Office. This show is a mockumentary of a paper supply company in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Just another standard office. But within this office, the show delves into the complicated relationships, personal conflicts, and displays the way some people do outstanding things to overcome life's greatest obstacles. What's beautiful about this show is that it presents the average American lifestyle in the most bizarre but somehow marvelous way. And I believe that's how it's going to play out for the most of us. Class of 2017, we've walked the same ordinary hallways for 4 years. We've sat in the same desks and chairs. We've parked our cars in the same spot. We've ran the same track. We've watched the same announcements, and we've signed the same yearbooks. But no matter how regular these things were, we found beauty in every aspect of it. Because some of these things are what helped us be extraordinary. You were made to do extraordinary things. You were meant to do extraordinary things. And always remember that, no matter where your beginnings are. Class of 2017, you had the power to make an ordinary place like Desert Ridge something special. And I strongly urge you to use that power wherever you go in the future, just like you have these past 4 years. And I'd like to end on this note. In the series finale of The Office, one of the main characters, Pam Beesly, as she was walking out of the office for the final time, says, "There's a lot of beauty in ordinary things. Isn't that kind of the point?" Graduates, continue to find beauty in ordinary things like you have with Desert Ridge and transform it into something extraordinary. Thank you, and congratulations, Class of 2017.
Thank you, Fatima, for your inspirational words, and more importantly, for your leadership this year.